Hello, some of you have been asking, how the heck do I feed my pigs with the right ratio? So I'm going to explain that. I'm Farmer Teacher, and stick around and we'll find out how to feed your pigs so you can get them up and running and reproducing and making the most for your money. Okay, you can buy pig food from the shop, from the store. It comes in a pallet and you have to bring that over here. And sometimes I do that when I get started because I'm not going to have all the crops. So if you want, you buy a couple of pigs, let them start reproducing, and it'll last a little bit when you don't have many. This is where you get your pigs from on the menu. Just go here and get them. You can either get them as piglets or full grown, and then you got to feed them and take care of them. You can also go to the shop and pick them up yourself, but you'll need a vehicle to do that. So I recommend you just buy a few until that gets rolling. And, right here, you can buy them and take care of that. Okay, and if you go to your animal menu here under pigs, you can see at the top right there, you got to get straw, and they will produce slurry. And on the left there, it talks about their reproduction and their health and all that. And you're going to start out with it not very good. So you got to feed them. You got to give them straw, and you got to feed them. And if you look at the feed part, there's a total feed. That's how full your pen is. You got to be careful that you don't put too much of one crop and fill it up, and then you can't get the other crops in there. So, okay, it doesn't really talk about this. It has a list of crops at the bottom, but they're not in the correct order. So it's a little confusing. So just to clear it up, for base food, 50% of your food is base food, and that's either corn or sorghum, or it could be a combination of both. Either corn or sorghum or a combination of both. For your grain category, that's 25% of what you should be putting in there, and it's either wheat and or barley, wheat and barley, or a combination of both. For protein is 20% of the total that you're putting in there, and that's canola, soybeans, and sunflowers, or any combination of those three. And then finally, root crops, a very small amount, it's only 5%, and that is either potatoes or beets. So what I do is I use a small trailer, that little 8-liter trailer, cubic meter trailer, and I put these small amounts. It's easy with that. For the base, you could fill it up, get 8, and then for the little ones like root crops, you might only get a couple of thousand liters at a time and put in there, so you're not overfilling it, so you can't fit the other crops in there. So put them in a piece at a time, and then you'll be okay. Okay, that's all I got. Hit me up in the comments if you have any questions. Share this with your farming buddies, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.